Hi, everybody. This is Mike Golson, the administrator at ClassicZcars.com. Hey, I wanted to take you through a little bit of the navigation of our new site design, just to let you know where we are with this, and essentially how to move around and navigate through the web page. Specifically, I've had questions about the private messaging system, so I'll hit that a little bit. And before I go there, I'd like to share with you a little bit about the navigation and how that works. So here we go. Essentially, on every web page, you're going to see at the very top here our logo. And our logo is set up so that every time you click it, you'll just come right back to the web page or the home page. So I can test that right now. Just clicking on it right there brings us right back to where we were before. Anyways, on the left side here, you can see that we have a menu structure. This menu and user control panel block in the upper left, if you will, is really set up to be there at all times. The reason we have that there is that it's a lot nicer and easier to find a lot of the things that you want to do quickly by just clicking on this left banner. Menu structure here anyways. As you can see, I'm not logged into the site right now. I've got a couple different options. Number one here, I can create an account, and if you click on that, that'll essentially take you through the new account process or the wizard. If I do have an account on here already, I just click on sign in, and we have some new links to Facebook and to Twitter. So essentially, it's like everything else on the web these days. If you want to use your Facebook or Twitter account as the basis for your login, you can do that here. If you already have an account and you want to tie the two together, that's different. You don't need to create a new account in order to link those together. And I can show you how to do that a little bit later here. In the middle here in the left side, we've got a couple of different options available to us. This menu is pretty much weeded down to the bare necessities for a user, a guest user, essentially. The reason I did this is we don't want to make every part of the website open for just anybody. And the reason is web crawlers and Google bots and Microsoft search engine robots like to crawl the site on a daily basis. And what I've done is I've gone through and tried to hide a lot of the member-only functionality from those sites. It's good and bad. The good part is a lot of the private information is preserved, and we can hide some of the members-only features from the freebie Google bots and things. But on the other hand, if I don't make everything available, then we kind of suffer a little bit on the advertising side of it. So kind of a catch-22. I'm still experimenting with this a little bit. As you can see here, the forums are open. Gallery is open. Calendar, classifieds. Essentially, it's a link to our dots and classifieds site. Of course, the search engine is open. And then our code of conduct that was put together by Enrique. Right below this here, we've got a banner ad. I encourage all of you, if you can, click on these and follow these ads if you find them interesting. If you're interested in the Fiat, for instance, and you'd click on this just to see what's going on. The reason for these banners is that it pays for the website. We have monthly fees that we have to deal with. We also have quarterly fees that we have to pay for various different subscriptions and things like that. The server is my server. We purchased the machine, but it's being hosted right now outside at a professional facility where they have good bandwidth to the internet, a lot of battery backups, generators, things like that. So, it costs a few $100s a month just for that. And of course, subscriptions and time to develop. If I've got to pay somebody to do a logo for us, things like that, that's what all that goes to pay for. So please consider clicking on these banner ads and not blocking them, because it helps. It really keeps us online. As you can see, there's another banner up here for the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TAKO2s. And these banner ads actually are in tune to what your browsing history is. So I've been going to a lot of tire websites, just to check out some tires for my other car. And I think we were looking at a Fiat for my wife. So I think that's why these two ads popped up on my screen. Depending on what your browsing history is, you'll see stuff that's different. And if you see something else that essentially is not part of your browsing history, don't freak out. What happens, Google looks through, makes sure that it's some relative content based on your history. And if it can't find your history, if you're blocking that or something, or it just it wants to show you another kind of ad, they'll just throw that in there completely at random. So it's just a preferences kind of thing. Anyways, at the very top here, we have the search box. If you wanted to do some searching on the website, this is what you would use. As a reminder, you can actually search just the home page, or you can go in and say, I just want to search forums, members, help files, store, downloads, whatever. You can go in there and you can actually do that search right there. Because I am not logged in, I can't search everything. In fact, it'll probably pop up and ask me to do all kinds of verification that I'm not a robot. That kind of stuff to make sure that I'm really allowed to search. On the top bar here, just underneath the logo, we have what we call breadcrumbs. It's kind of interesting concept, but the idea behind breadcrumbs is essentially it's like walking through a park or on a trail, dropping breadcrumbs. You can find your way back to the home page. For instance, if I clicked on forums and I went in here and I opened up this first generation Z forums and then maybe the help me section, you can look at the breadcrumbs here. You can see, I was at Classic Z Car Club, Tech Forums, First Generation Z, help me. If I wanted to go back, I wanted to skip past the First Generation Z directly into the Tech Forums, I can just click this and it pops me right there. If I wanted to go back to the root of the forum area, I'd click on this. If I wanted to go home, I'd click either on the home button on the left side or I'd just click on the logo. Just kind of a quick and easy way to understand where you are. Gallery works the same way. Go into the gallery. If I go into Tomahawk's pictures of his car when he was doing his restoration, you can see here the breadcrumbs essentially followed me through. If I wanted to go back to Bodywork 2015 and see more of these, I can click on those breadcrumbs or just use the back arrow on my browser. So a little bit about the breadcrumbs there. Hopefully it's useful to you. The next section here is the view new content. If I click on this, it's going to show, because I'm not logged in, it's going to show me by default forums. On the left side here, you can see the navigation. Content type forums. It's going to show me the time period last 24 hours. Now, if I was logged in, it'll always show me forums when I click on that, but it will actually preserve, if I clicked on the last 2 weeks, it'll preserve that information. So you got to make sure if you want the past 24 hours that you click on it on the left side and you leave it there. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting whatever you selected the last time you were on the website. This is a neat little feature. It's the quick navigation option. Again, I'm only going to get selected amount of information because I'm not logged in right now. But you can see here on the left side, you can just quickly navigate through the website. All of this stuff is indexed because I'm not logged in again. I don't see any downloads, but all this stuff is indexed every night. And so what you're going to see here is live, real information about what the website looks like today. So for instance, if I go and make changes to the forums, you'll see that as if that is the real-time information. So rest assured that quick navigation is always going to work. In fact, this quick navigation is a basis for the search engines to come in and look up our information and make our data available out there on Google. You got like us on Facebook kind of thing, or visit us on Facebook. If you click on this, it's going to pop you right into the Facebook group that we have. If you click on Twitter, it's going to pop you right into our Twitter group, which isn't very big right now. I haven't been doing a lot of work on Twitter. And then Pinterest is right here. You can look at all of our pictures on Pinterest this way. Kind of fun. Little links up here, not really all that special. It just basically launches you right into where we are on those particular sites. So anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign in right now, and it's already got my Mac. I can save my login information here, and so I'm going to go ahead and log in using my credentials. The other ways to do this is you can say use Facebook, and you can log in that way as well. If you do have your Facebook or your Twitter linked already, this will happen. It'll just pop you right into the site. I'm going to sign back out, and I'm going to try to just sign in correctly this way. Now, if you want the website to create a cookie on your computer and remember you next time you open up your computer browser, make sure you click on this Remember Me button, and then you won't have to sign in every time. It just depends on what you're doing. If you're on a public computer, let's say you're out and about and you go to a mall or you go to a cafe of some kind, what you can do is deselect the Remember Me, make sure that's deselected, and what'll happen is it won't remember who you are next time somebody tries to get in that computer. So I always suggest to people deselect that if you're on a public site. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in here and show you what the site looks like a little bit. Based on the fact that I'm administrator, I've got all the options. Some of these things here won't be available right now. Blogs and things like that are not available at this particular point. In fact, I think I've just got them turned off. The store I don't think is available yet. I'm working on that one still, but you can see we've got a lot of information here. We've been doing a lot of work on expanding the site. This member map is really cool. If you are interested in showing off where you are, it's an optional feature that you don't have to put on the map. Not everybody is on the map, but if you don't care about putting yourself on the map, I would encourage you to do it because it's really neat to see where everybody is located across the world here. And you don't have to be specific about where you place your pointer. So you could put the pointer, let's say you're in North America, and you live in California somewhere, maybe near Chico, right? And you don't have to actually put that you're right in Chico. You don't have to drop that pointer right on top of your location, right? All you need to do is just put it somewhere close. And it's neat because that way we can see how many people are in Chico, California. And if somebody is from the area, what's really neat is, let's say I'm down here in San Francisco. I'm from Chico. I'm gonna drive down to San Francisco for the day and look. Hey, look, there's a guy here. Who's in there? Leon V is down in the San Francisco area. You can send him a private message and say, hey man, do you want to get together and go on a drive today? So there's all kinds of cool stuff about the map. If you desire to share that information, I encourage you to do it. The map is not available to everybody, so the map is only available to members. So you can rest assured that Googlebot and things like that won't come and find you. Okay, let me go back over here to homepage, and I wanted to address the concerns or questions about the messaging system. So here's what we got. Okay, so I'm logged in. You can see my picture here, and I've logged in with Facebook and synchronized my Facebook profile picture, and that's a neat feature there. So the way it should work is that if you change your profile picture on Facebook, it should change it here as well. I'm not sure. I haven't tested that yet to see if that really works. I'm still in the middle of trying to get Facebook approval for our app in order to do some more integration with Facebook. So that's some stuff I'm working on the back end. But right here in the Messenger section, you can see there's a little 1 right next to the Messenger. And if I click on that, it's going to open the private messaging area. Now, if I just simply click on this button here, it's always just going to pop open a little drop-down window. And the thing about that is that you only see like the last, I don't know, was this 10 or something like that. And that's not the entire list. If you want to see all of the messages, you want to click on this View All Messages link right here. Or, of course, if you want to write a new message, you do that here. But there were some questions about whether or not you could tell or determine which one is new versus another one that's not new, or which ones you haven't read. And it's kind of difficult to tell which ones you've read and not read from this list here. So I'm looking at ways to highlight the ones that you have not read so far. But if you open up this View All Messages, you can see all of your messages at one time. And what it's going to do is it's always going to put the newest message on top. and that's an option that I can change inside the administration panel. But I decided to put the newest message on top because essentially if you put the newest one on the bottom, you'd have to scroll through. You can see I've got 515 messages, and I'd have to scroll through all of the pages. See, like it's page 1, page 2, page 3, just to get to the end. And so I thought it was better just to put the latest one up here. So if I click on this, and what I've been doing is going back and forth with these members here on how the messaging works, and you can see here that I've got a couple of people on this this thread here. Cone Dodger and I have been talking about some things, and you can see here that I've got participants on the left side. Mike, that's me, of course, and then Cone Dodger's right here. And if there were, like let's say 5 people on this thread, you'd see all 5 of those people on the thread here. This is what's really nice about this new software. I like it quite a bit more than the old software because it does that. It's got a lot more features. Now, if you wanted to turn your notifications off, so let's say he replies back to me, I can just click on this, and now I won't be notified by email whenever he replies to my message. By default, notifications are on for private messaging. Okay. As far as the structure is concerned, this is your actual messaging on the right side. You can see who writes what, and you can delete the conversation, or over here on the right with these 2 buttons, you can delete the conversation, or you can just say compose a new one. Back over to the left side, below the participants section, we have the ability to invite a participant. So if I wanted to put somebody in there and say, hey, listen, I want to add you to the conversation list, I could, let's say, put Blue in there. Go down here and say, okay, Blue, he's a moderator. I want to add him to the conversation. That's how you do it here. And I would just click add if I wanted to put him in the conversation. It's really nice. It's a really good way to bring in multiple people in one conversation. It's pretty cool stuff. I believe there's a limit. I think there's about 5 other people, or maybe 6 other people that you can have in a conversation at any given time. And I can modify that selection, or that choice in the admin panel if you guys want to have more than 4 people at a conversation at a time. I would say that if it involves more than 4 people, you probably just want to put a forum post out there. Folders, you can actually go in and create new folders. They have these 3 here: new, my conversations, and drafts. You can see I've got a ton of messages, and I think that my conversations came back from when we migrated the site. I've got some leftover stuff in there from that old software. The old software actually didn't tie the conversations together very well. This software does a better job at it, and it makes it look like you're actually talking on a forum post. You can see here my original message was sent to Cone Dodger, and then this is his reply. And I'm going to say something like down here at the bottom. Hi, I'm just testing. And I hit post, and you can see here that what it does is it goes in and it puts another message in there, just like a forum post, as if we were talking out in public, but this is basically private. You can go through and search all your messages for keywords. If you forgot when you wrote something, or if you had some keywords in there, you can actually search through and find that. And then, of course, if you want, you can just totally disable the messenger so you're not even using it at all. Okay, so back over here on the left side, you have the ability to show all notifications, right? So whether or not it's a forum post, private message, or somebody likes your post, or your forum message or something like that, it all shows up right here. So you can actually go in here and look at all the notifications that are in your list, right? So you can see here that DJ Warner's replied to a conversation. Mark likes a post that I made of the at this location here. Golsey started a personal conversation with you. Blue liked a post I made. All these kinds of things show up right here, and it's really nice because then you can actually go in there and take a look at all of the notifications that have basically been flagged with your name on them. Gallery, same thing. I'm sorry, I need to go back. I messed up. So under my notifications, that's basically about it. If you had any gallery notifications, those would also show up in here. All right. So I think that's about it for this section of the training, or this section of the, I guess, the tech bulletin, if you will. If you guys have any questions, certainly feel free to send me a private message on the site. I'm Mike. You can actually highlight over my name once you sign in. You can highlight my name. I'll go back in here. I'll show you how that works, and it'll show you all the information about me. Let me go back here. Let's see, Messenger, PM from DJ Warner, and see if you highlight my name, it'll pop up a little panel, and it'll show you exactly what's going on. My email's in there. What I'm doing now. Last time I was online, I was a member since the 2000. I was actually a member a long time before that, but that's when I had basically started the old software. I'm an administrator, and these are 6,247 posts on the network here. There are people with a lot more posts than that, but anyways, this is information about me. Again, this information, this block right here, does not show up unless you're a member. So the bots won't see your email. They won't see when you've been online. They won't even be able to see this little section here. But if you want to send me a message, an email, there's my email address there. Or you can just send me a private message on the website. I encourage you to send me messages on the website, as in this private messaging system, because it's so much easier for me to manage messages there than it is to try to filter through all the emails I get on a daily basis. So anyways, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message, and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Go ahead and look for more audio files from me with the screenshots and screen animation, because I'm going to have to take you guys through a lot of different features of this website. So thanks for listening, and have a good day.